A common question that comes up in the world of sales is, how should I address my buyer? Should I use sir? Should I use ma'am? Should I use their name? This is a good question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about business. Now here's the thing. At some point, you're probably going to have this question, how should I address my buyer? Should I call him sir, ma'am, first name, Mr., Mrs.? Now, here's what I'm going to say. First off, it depends upon your personality and where you're from. So for me, I tend to use people's first names. And I know that people say like, hey, why would you do that? Well, that's because that's what their mom and dad called them, okay? Now, you will deal with people who are either in the military or who have got an ego issue that will tell you, like, you need to call me sir or ma'am. It's going to come down to your personality. And this is one of the reasons why people struggle with sales scripts, is because it's not really their words. Right? They're not taking the belief and putting it into the way that they would say it. They're trying to use somebody else's story. Okay? So what way should you do it? I don't know. Where are you from? Like, did you grow up calling everybody sir or ma'am? Cool. Call your buyer sir or ma'am. Do you call everybody by their first name like I do? Cool. That's a good answer. Do you call everybody by Mr. or Mrs.? Perfect. You know what? At the end of the day, the real answer is, does it help you close a sale? Right? We can get caught up in like all these little crazy conversations, like which way should I go? Like, but at the end of the day, you really need to be you, and I really need to be me. Now, as much as, but Scott, that's too simple. I mean, I want a crazier answer. I want it to be way more difficult. I want way more stuff put into it. Okay, great. I could do that. I'm going to make up a whole bunch of stuff and say, you have to call people sir or ma'am. And then you're going to be like, no, I don't. And I'm going to say, yes, you do. And you say, no, I don't. And then it'll never get done. So what way does it work? Here's the answer. Whatever way gets you paid, okay? But if you have a company that says this is how you have to address people, then that's a different story, right? But, you know, I grew up here in Sacramento, and I didn't grow up in an area where we had to call everybody sir or ma'am. I did have to call my neighbors by Mr. or Mrs. And there are times that when you deal with people, you call them by Mr. or Mrs., sir or ma'am. But there's also a lot of times that when you've met with that person, you call them by their first name. So you know what? My answer for you, really easy, is what way for you closes more deals? There you go. Now, if you could do one thing, you got one thing to do from here. Just one thing. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. And every time I send out a video, which is frequent, you will get an update that says, Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should watch it, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.